Time to do what I do best.
What? Yeah. I like it. Oh yeah, man.
Two things before I get started. First of all, I want to apologize for the loudness of the music in the background from the last video. It didn't sound that loud when I was editing, and I had headphones on and everything. It didn't sound that loud when it got to the hook of the song. So when I watched it on the back of the video, I was like, Jesus Christ. So I'll try to bear in mind that was at 5. That was at as low as 5. So I guess I'll put it at 2 or 3 this time around. Secondly, I was gonna do a Spider-Verse style recap of the situation between Jax Films and Sniperwolf. Apparently, Jax Films already did that for his own video. Well, who knew? Okay, I didn't actually know that. So here we are. And this is more fitting. Is now I'm about to whoop that trick. Both Sniperwolf and YouTube. So what's been happening since? I seen some things that's happened since I uploaded my last video. Apparently, Sniperwolf is potentially a pedophile or something. There's apparently a video of her trying to get a bunch of young children to twerk for her on camera. There's also another one where she tried to, or did, I think, get some girl to flash her tits on camera. Apparently that was not a real minor. That was like a 25-year-old. But she thought it was a minor. That's the problem. Now, I'm not going to show any of that, obviously, because that's fucking disturbing. But that's something that's been exposed since this whole situation went down. YouTube, oh man, I was trying to give YouTube the benefit of the doubt. I said in the last video, no, they're not like Twitch where they defend her because she's a pretty face, a pair of tits with a pretty face. That's what Twitch does. They're a bunch of horny simps that their dicks do the thinking for them. YouTube is just more incompetent. No, YouTube actually, well, yes, they're incompetent, but they actually are defending. We're trying to defend Cyberwolf for a while. Well, by simply ignoring it and hoping it would just all blow over. No, we're not gonna let you off that easy, YouTube. No, come bring your ass over here. Bring your ass over here, Mr. YouTube. We're gonna put some latest smackdown on your candy ass. Come on. And finally, YouTube responds. First of all, before we can get to that, YouTube puts out the most tone deaf, or borderline mocking fuck you post out there.
Would it be too meta to do a reaction video to a reaction video?
For additional context, it needs to be known that this tweet was written in the wake of a controversy regarding a reaction YouTuber, SSSniperwolf, who recently leaked the personal information of a fellow creator on the platform, Jax Films.
Check in on yourself. Check in on your friends.
YouTube has not checked in on how one of their content creators is doing after being doxxed by another creator in front of millions.
I think I might have verbally said fuck you when I read that post. Like, I was like, are you serious right now? Well, yeah. And it gets worse. They were ignoring it and ignoring it. Sniperwolf has been ignoring it. She's just uploading like normal. She was wise enough to delete disable comments for a while, and until she didn't, they just said, "Nah, I'm just gonna leave them all up." No, that's what she did. Everyone was ignoring it until around this time later, where Sniperwolf had finally decided to respond. YouTube had finally decided to respond,
confirming SSSniperwolf has received a temporary monetization suspension per creator responsibility policies. Off-platform actions that put others' personal safety at risk, harm our community, and the behavior on both sides isn't what we want on YouTube. Hoping everyone helps move this convo to a better place.
As per YouTube's harassment rules, doxing is to be met with a permanent termination. Additionally, only SSSniperwolf's most recent video got demonetized. Her channel as a whole is still monetized.
My favorite part is both sides. Both sides. What did Jax Film do? Exactly. What did he do that was so wrong? He criticized her content. Could you agree it was to an excessive degree, or maybe he went a little too hard on her specifically? Sure, go for that. But what did he do that was wrong in the long run? What was so bad with what he did specifically? It's the most wishy-washy bullshit ever. It's like, well, we want to like make it seem like we're neutral, but you're clearly not neutral on this. There's no both sides. This isn't like the fucking Palestine-Israeli thing where it's like, oh, both sides. You can say, yeah, one side is fucked up, the other side's fucked up, especially Hamas was fucked up. Sure, you could do that there. Not here, because there's objectively one side in the wrong on all this. Jax Films made videos mocking her content, criticizing her content, and even trying to credit the people who Sniperwolf stole from. That's not the same thing as what Sniperwolf ended up doing, which was doxing and showing up to Jax Films' house. That's not the same thing. There's no both sides in this. You absolute dickhead. What's wrong with you? And then Sniperwolf went into a lot of people saying GTP, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe that was the case because there's a lot of weird shit in this particular apology of hers that she wrote down.
Let me start by saying I'm sorry for my recent actions. It is inexcusable. I'm sorry to Jax Film, YouTube, the entire creator community, and my incredible fans for not being a better example for appropriate conflict resolution. Jax Film, while we certainly don't see eye to eye and have our differences, I am sorry for reacting the way I did when I should have taken the opportunity to show young creators how adults and professionals resolve conflict by communicating directly, respectfully, and privately, not for views or content, but a meaningful example of how conflict should be solved. I will reach out directly and hope we can find some time to connect and communicate respectfully. I'd also like to thank YouTube for holding me accountable. I deserve it, respect the decision, and appreciate the opportunity to learn and grow from a true lapse in judgment.
There's two problems there. That Jax Film is Jax Films with a Z, with an S, almost with a Z, Jesus, with an S. Jax Films. That's number one. Number two, a lapse in judgment. That's not the shit that Logan Paul said when he, after filming a dead body in the forest. I mean, what the fuck is happening right now? Like, this is the most bullshit apology I've ever probably witnessed through this whole thing. I mean, it's, people will say probably it's something, but it's like, it's really not. It's nothing. This is worthless. And yeah, I will put in my title that YouTube is still defending her. They are still. In some way they are. First of all, with the both sides comment, Jax Film did nothing wrong in this situation. So whatever, even if you agree he did something wrong, Sniperwolf did something much worse, and your policy states that she should be taken off the site, but you're not going to. Bear in mind, they've given an actual punishment because apparently somebody found out that there's a extension where you could see if someone is monetized or not, because they say they temporarily suspended their monetization for one video. Or for one or so videos, like just recent ones. So they didn't temporarily suspend monetization on a whole channel, just on one video or a couple of videos. They are definitely protecting this girl. I don't know why. She's not even that big of a creator as like fucking Mr. Beast or PewDiePie or all these other sites. Why is she so special to these people? I don't understand. Why is this person specifically so special? You know, I don't know. That's wild to me. I mean, and let's look at this right here, right? The Act Man who had a problem with Quantum TV. There's definitely favoritism. Corey Kenshin was wrong about that there's racism with YouTube. He's definitely right about favoritism because the Act Man's a white man, right? He had a beef with Quantum TV, who was a black dude. They defended and protected Quantum TV despite him, and I've talked about this before. My man literally went to a post. Allegedly, he was hacked around this time. He's full of shit. He went to this post about two women dancing in a church. It was, I think, reference material for The Last of Us Part 2. Said he wishes they were Pulse victims. Pulse victims. You remember the Pulse? That was a mass shooting. He wanted them to be mass shooting victims. YouTube saw nothing wrong with that. Fucking the Act Man jokes about doxing YouTube employees. He jokes about it because he figured, well, fuck it. If that's okay, maybe this is okay too. YouTube was quick to demonetize him, actually demonetize him. And they eventually gave him back his monetization, but they acted quickly on a joke. That was a blatant joke. You did that? That doesn't sound like the same thing to you? Okay. EDP 445. He got caught in a Catch a Predator style sting where he was trying to meet up with a 13-year-old girl. I think that the very day that broke, he got banned off. He got taken off the site. No demonetization. They said, "Fuck you. You're gone." Yeet. He's gone. Gone. Both. I think he had 2 channels. Both of them gone. And now, what he was trying to do is, I think, significantly worse. Let's just say, I mean, trying to fuck a minor versus doxing. I think that what EDP did was worse. But at the same time, a crime was committed, and that goes against the YouTube guidelines. If you enforce the rules on EDP, rightfully so, by the way, they had every right to do that to EDP. If you can enforce the rules on him, though, enforce the rules on your golden goose here. She's making him money. What money? What she says, does she really? I don't understand. Well, all this tells me is that I should aspire to be big enough so I can do whatever the fuck I want. I could be Homelander in this bitch. I can do whatever the fuck I want now. But that's it. That's the goal. That's the goal in life, kids. Be as big as you can so that you make YouTube as much money as possible so you can do whatever the fuck you want. Clearly that's the message that YouTube is sending with this, right? So I don't know. I'm just more annoyed by this than anything, because it's like, yeah, of course this is what you did. Of course. And of course they were full of shit about this. Now, to be fair, the guy who did do that did state that it was possibly wrong, because it's an outside extension, right? So it was possibly wrong. So I'll give the benefit. I'll try to give the benefit of the doubt, even though YouTube doesn't deserve it. I'll try to give the benefit of the doubt that maybe the thing is wrong and they actually kept their word. But part of me is like, I don't think they did. They didn't keep their word. They did it for about 1 video and said, "Nah, that's it. You're good. You're fine." It's and I was thinking like, shit, maybe they didn't. I was thinking they were gonna say that, but not actually do it. They probably already just did it for 1 video, like the guy said. But hey, like I said, maybe it was wrong. Like he said, maybe it was wrong. But I don't know. YouTube needs to get this shit together, because this is ridiculous, bro. Like I don't know what's going on, but y'all need to get your heads up out your asses right now. I mean, I want you to go to your nearest Home Depot, find whatever tool you need to help pry your head from out your ass. Please do this. Jesus Christ. YouTube is a fucking mess.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I am what I am, and I'm going to be the very best of what I am. And for those who don't like me confidentially, I don't give a damn.